we've just launched a new fluorocarbon. We believe this is the best fluorocarbon we've ever brought to market. But this new Acolyte Fluorocarbon is incredibly supple, which of course lends itself to improving presentation even further with a range of tactics. We're actually on Lake 4 today, and we've brought along 4 of our experts to demonstrate 4 different tactics using this new fluorocarbon.
I'm Andy Pell, I'm the Fishery Manager here at Makins Fishery. So here at Makins we've actually got over 600 pegs spread over 3 phases and 16 legs. So the main species here at Makins are predominantly carp and bream, but we have a specialty lake with carp up to 30 pounds. We also have 2 silverfish only lakes with tench, crucians, loads of bream, roach, etc. On site we have a well-stocked tackle shop, we have a cafe, we have toilet blocks on all phases, and day ticket prices are £10 for 1 rod, £12 for 2. We do concession price, which is £7 for 1 rod, £10 for 2 rods. We do a half day ticket, which is £6 for half a day. The fishery is open from 7 AM in the morning till 9 PM at night this time of year. We are a busy match fishery, but all the match bookings are available to see on our website, or you can pop into reception and we can tell you what's available for pleasure fishing. Everybody's welcome at Makins, and it'd be great to see you all here at some point in the future.
Fluorocarbon. It's been in the angling fraternity for many, many years, but only for a short period of time in match fishing, and we've took all the best parts about it to implement it into what we do every single day. The Acolyte Fluorocarbon is 100% fluorocarbon. It's a lot more supple than its predecessors, which means it can be used for a lot wider range of the kind of fishing we're doing today. So today I've been fishing the bomb and pellet, which is an absolutely awesome method for catching lots of fish in the summer. But I use the fluorocarbon not just for a hook length. I'm using a short length as a leader, which actually helps to pin the rig down to the bottom. With it being 100% fluorocarbon, it's quite heavy and it will sit on the bottom, which reduces line bites. And when you're fishing a method like the bomb and the pellet, where you're being quite active with the bait, it stops the fish swimming into the line. The fish don't even know it's there. So the proof is in the pudding, as they say. I've had a lovely day's fishing today. I've caught numerous carp, cast into a shallow island. The leader has performed its duty. I'm casting to a shallow island, so I want all the lines sunk underneath the water so the fish don't swim into it as I'm feeding, resulting in a lovely net of fish on a beautiful summer's day.
Over the last few years, I've been a huge fan of fluorocarbon lines for all my fishing. I feel it offers a number of advantages over standard monofilament. For me, fluorocarbon comes into its own, especially when edge fishing. It offers 3 main advantages, the first of which is that it's nearly invisible in water. These big old commercial fish have seen it all before, and anything I can do to gain an advantage, I'm well up for. Durability is a key aspect of this line. You're fishing in the margins, targeting big fish. Your line is going to come in contact with platforms, reeds, lily pads, so this can't let you down, especially in them closing stages of a match. The last key advantage of this line is it's slightly heavier than standard mono. What this does is create a better presentation. When those big carp come into the peg, wafting around, it helps pin my hook bait to the bottom and help prevent foul hook fish and line bites. So today, I've been fishing down the edge using the new Acolyte Fluorocarbon. By being patient and persevering, I've ended up with a cracking bag of hard-fighting Makins carp.
So you all know F1s are so cagey these days, and having that edge to catch these fish is something special. And using the fluorocarbon, for me, is a game changer. Obviously, I've always used monofilament, like double strength for instance, but going on to the fluorocarbon now is a game changer for me because I can use a smaller diameter line than I can do in the double strength. So if I'm using 012, I can go down to 010 or 011 and it's so much thinner. The strength is still there and I'll still have the confidence to play fish as I would normally play them as well. As the sunshine's been out today, they've been a bit cagey today, and I've used an 012, which is a 2.5 pound fluorocarbon, and it's definitely got me more bites in this sunlight. He's so supple, he really will fool the cagiest of F1s.
Today I came with the intentions of fishing with a pellet waggler out at distance feeding 8 mils. But of course when we arrived here we've got bright sunshine, red hot, the fish are just wanting to be in that shallow upper layer. So I finished up fishing just with a 2.5 gram mini muggler and casting at fish. This is where the new Acolyte Fluorocarbon comes into its own. Normally I'd fish with 16 or 17 mil fishing with a pellet waggler. But today I wanted more robust tackle. But because the new Acolyte Fluorocarbon's very supple, it presents the bait really well on the drop. So when you're fishing for these fish, you want them fish to see that pellet falling through the water. I fish with 019. Now 019 is normally a thick line for me, but of course fluorocarbon's almost invisible in water, but what it is also very durable, this line. The reason you want durable is because you're casting maybe 500 or 600 times, casting at various fish all the time. The fish take on the drop. As soon as you don't get a bite on the fall of the bait, you might as well wind back and pick another fish to cast at. I've tested this fluorocarbon over quite a long period and it performs differently to any other fluorocarbon that I've used in previous years. Today I've fished with one of the methods that's probably most challenging for a hook length. Because you're casting constantly at fish and winding back all the time, the line normally with normal monofilament would spin. Today I've not even fished with a swivel, the line's not spun at all. Even though it's soft, this line just outperforms anything that I've used in the past for pellet waggler fishing. This fluorocarbon comes in 10 sizes, from 010 that's £2 breaking strain, right through to £12 that's 028. Catching fish through the water with a mini muggler float today has been real exciting. When you can actually see fish and casting at them, and hooking bites, what a fantastic way to fish. And I finished up with a great catch of carp.